setup is a little different. Gotta welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you are all having a great start to your week. Oh, let me see. There we go. Okay. It's been a summer here at the Creativity Cave. And yeah, really looking forward to this kind of season of life passing. I will not lie. Let me put on my Stampin' Lips because I don't have makeup on today. I had time to quick run to my chiropractor or put on makeup. So I went to my chiropractor. So a little life update. Since I was last on here, I had an ear infection. That was like the most painful thing I've ever experienced, and that includes the 2 C-sections and hysterectomy that I've had combined. And then later that week, my mother-in-law died. Completely out of the blue, like 100% unexpected, just gut-wrenching, shocking to the core. So it's just been kind of the worst summer of my whole life. At the end of last month, we thought, and the beginning of this month, we thought my father-in-law was going to be in big trouble, and then that happened. So it's just been, and my ear, it doesn't hurt anymore, but it's plugged. So I don't even know, like, am I shouting? I can't hear right. And I'm supposed to fly at 6 a.m. tomorrow. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. My chiropractor said that, well, if your eardrum bursts, it'll relieve the pressure. He was kidding. He doesn't think that will happen. I've been to doctors, my chiropractor, I've seen a massage therapist. I am taking Flonase, Sudafed, ibuprofen, all the things. I'm so over all of this. I just think I'm really at my maximum right now. And then I have like 100 and some boxes to pack up tonight that I was going to have help with, but now my helper can't come. So if I start crying, you'll know why. So I just found out about that part too. My husband said, "What do you want for dinner?" I'm like, a bucket of margaritas. So anyway, I am going to get out of town and drink heavily. So yeah, I think that'll be good. And we're going to New Orleans, so that should be great. Why did I come on live tonight? It should be with my family. Well, I have not been on live the last 2 weeks, and I do love my family. We've spent plenty of time together. But I also, this is my job, and I really need to work my job because I'm also trying so hard to get to a huge milestone in my business, which I was really hoping to hit by the end of this month, but I don't think that's going to happen now. But hopefully next month. So anyway, it'll be fine. And also I just need something normal to happen in my life, and this is normal. And so anyway, but in the midst of all that, this last month and a half, I've been working really hard on Project Organize. And I have my office to share with you tonight, or not my office. I should preface this by saying I have my stamping desk to share with you. I'll do more of my office later, but that part's not done yet. And so I'm really excited to share with you. This is the one really wonderful part of things that is going on in my life. So I'm happy about this part. It has been something I've talked about this a little bit before, but it's been something in the works. You can see there's an IKEA box right there. It's been something I've wanted to do since we moved here pretty much, but I finally started it, I think in the end of June into July. I can't even remember. It's been so much has happened this summer. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm just super excited about how things are looking. So I hope you guys are going to like it too. It's about 98% done. There's still a couple things I need to take care of, but it is mostly done. So I'm going to pick up my camera and show you. And thank you all so much for your really kind words. I really, really appreciate it. It's just been crazy, all this craziness in my life. So anyway, but let me show you my stamping desk so that I can get going. And then there's lots of stuff. There's lots of stuff for us to talk about today. So okay, I'm gonna pick up my camera. So give me just a second, and we'll flip this around. There we go. Okay. So here we go. I'll come over here and kind of come into the space for you so you can sort of see. So so when you walk into my room, there's the door. Here is my setup. I need like a wide angle camera, but we'll walk in and I'll show you. So what's new at my desk, let me move this, is this is a tabletop from IKEA with two Alex drawer thingies from IKEA. And what I used to have sitting right here was actually this thing. It's now holding the other end of my desk up, but it's this little cart thing that I don't know, I think I got it on Amazon or something a while ago, and we'll come back to this. But what I have, so I'm going to start over on this side and then we'll kind of come around. So I've got all my stamp sets up here. Oh, look, and a cactus card on display. I have a TV, because people need to watch TV while they stamp. I have, so one thing I've actually struggled with was a good way to store my paper. So I have half sheets of paper. These are brights and subtles and in colors. These are neutrals and regals, and it needs to be refilled. I've got this actually just so they don't slump over. And then this is thick white, thick vanilla, and black. Okay, now because I know y'all are going to ask me this, I got these at the Container Store, and they are drawer and cabinet organizers. So I have two of the big ones and one of the smaller one. I'm trying to see if it has a size on it. So anyway, that's what stores all of the paper. And then this is just a little thing that's holding this so that it doesn't like flop over completely like that. Okay, so that's how I store my cardstock. Okay. Then as we go down, my drawers are labeled. So these are just letter trays that fit in my drawers. And so these are my scraps of neutrals, my scraps of regals. And then these are my, oh, nope, hold on. Let's see. I'll just keep going. These are my refills, the remote to my TV, and then like extra refills because I can't have, I got to have enough. And then some Stampin' Spots. Okay, so you guys are seeing all of the goodness today. This is my drawer of watercoloring. So I've got Fluid 100 paper. I've got some of my rags. I've got all of my embossing folders. It's also embossing. My new embossing tray thingy. Just scraps, leftovers, you know, excess, whatever. These are all like scraps of watercolor paper. So all of that in there, labeled. That is an empty drawer, and that is another empty drawer. Mostly empty. There's just a little something back there. So that is really exciting for me that I have 2 empty drawers, because you never know what you might need to put in them. Okay, then if you go up top here, you will see these are my catalogs and Stampin' Lips. So I have all of that stuff in here, and there's just a couple odds and ends. I've rearranged this a little bit since I did this, but as I've been working. Then we've got our Brights and Subtles papers, and then our 2 sets of in colors, this year's and last year's. And then this is a big drawer that has all of my DSP packets in it. So like metallic paper, specialty paper, all the 12 by 12 DSP, and that type of paper is in there. Okay, so that's on my one side. So everything is really within reach. Then you can see I've got a punch holder. This is a Stampin' Storage punch holder. And then, of course, for those of you longtime viewers, there's David. Don't worry, he's still here. This is a cute little thing I got when we were in Thailand. This is a cute little thing. Actually, these, I need to get like a foam thing to stick in there so these will stick up right. But these are something I got at a store, and then they go with these, which I think are really pretty. Okay. So then there again, those are all my stamp sets. There are 2 of them. Okay. And then those are my like stamp cleaners. Okay, this is my ink pad holder, which is a Stampin' Storage. I do have the Stampin' Up one. I have 2 sets of pads, and that's out in my other room. The Stampin' Up holder just didn't work with my setup, because under this, this is actually the video tripod. Some people have fancy holders. I have a PVC pipe holder that has a selfie stick clamped to it. That is how I film my videos. So those of you who think I have fancy, expensive equipment, I do not. I do have one of those expensive camera holders, but I actually like this $11 setup better. Anyway, so all of this stuff is sitting on top of the PVC pipe part, which is pretty funny. Tammy asked what I had all those refills in. It's actually, my husband 3D printed me a holder. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Okay, then you guys will laugh at this. This is, my sister gave me a thing of lip gloss for Christmas, actually probably 2 years ago. And I just found this and thought you guys would find it hilarious. So anyway, then I've got, this is a little cube thing that I got from the Container Store. And they come in a whole bunch of sizes, and I use them all the time for lots of different things. I'll show you some other things later on in our organizational reveal. So I like to have, I had my adhesives in a drawer, and then I'm like, that's stupid. I'm constantly reaching for adhesive. So I've got stamp cleaner, glue dots, tear and tape. Then I've got liquid glue, another thing of cleaner. This is fine tip glue. I've got my, actually there's, should fit in here. I made like a little divider out of cardboard to fit in this thing. This little caddy thing is actually something I picked up at Target in the like cosmetics section several years ago. So anyway, oops. And then I've got Clear Ink Estella pens, things, scissors, tools, rulers, lots of dimensionals. So all this stuff is here. Oh my gosh, and you want to hear something really funny? I could not find my Seal Plus recently. It's right here. That's funny. Okay, anywho, then I have a cute sign. Then I've got just some fun little goodies, things I've picked up along the way in my travels and whatnot. This cute little thing one of my team members gave me several years ago. Thank you, Jenny. Okay, then here are my blends. This is a Stampin' Storage holder. These are my markers, my Stampin' Write markers, and then there's some like kind of carryover blends for various things. Then this is actually a drawer thing I've had for a long time, but I haven't really totally made use of it, so I'm trying to kind of make use of it. So it's got some cords and I don't know, there's not a lot in this yet, but this is kind of in progress. Okay. This is something I got in Maine when we visited my mother-in-law. I love it. It's a paperweight. Okay. Then here is some other fun stuff. You might remember, thank you. You might remember that is my $1 million congratulations card from Stampin' Up. So I'm getting a $2 million one soon. And then these are just different things that I've gotten along the way. This is one of my favorite pictures of my kids when they were really little. Carl's probably like 2 there, maybe not even. That is Bodie, who is Whitney's little boy, who's now 4. That's Ella and Andy and on a cruise a long, long time ago. So yeah, and then this is, somebody sent this to me. I can't remember exactly who it was, but yeah, I still keep that there. Just, you should just keep it there. Here's a few odds and ends that I have in this little holder. Some of them are just like, these are leftover pieces I can turn into cards. Some of them are cards prepped, ready to show in a video or whatever. Okay. Here is my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. So it sits on this, is it Silpat, I think? I don't know. Baking sheet. That would go in a baking pan, and it keeps it from rolling all over the place when I die cut, so that's really handy. Here are my plates, and then this is a little sketch folder for my Stamp Happy Academy live classes that I keep handy. This is another Stampin' Storage item. It is my it's a box, and it holds all my dies. I'm actually going to take the lid off. And then I have another box just like that with no lid, as you can see here. And this is for all my 6x6 papers. So like the Color Family papers and, like that's a mini catalog paper. And then I have a few random things in here, like this is our masking paper, Stampin' like decorative masks, vellum. Then these are a couple of masks that I've cut. So yeah, there's all that. Then I'll show you guys these in a little bit. These are a collection of some of my very first cards made. These are the cards I have to show you that you guys have been sending me. I got a whole bunch, so that was really nice. Thank you all. Okay, next up, this drawer. Does anybody have block envy? These are all my blocks. So these are all of my blocks. Really easy, nicely organized and easy. Here's another one of those trays that I showed you, like that one. It's bigger and it fits in my drawer. Again, that's from the Container Store. This is a bunch of things. These are my Memento Stays On and Versamark pads, the refills for those, some kind of rando stamps when we used to have that. I don't know, just a few odds and ends. A tape measure, as one always needs that. And then I've got my little mini grid papers in here, and then these are just like recycled typing paper that I use. Actually, I'll show you because I'll use it in a little bit here. Okay, and then a few other odds and ends like craft knife and whatnot. Okay. Here is my overflow adhesive. Oops, sorry about my finger there. Overflow adhesive, my silicone mat and my sponge thingy, some more adhesive and some random things. And then these are the foam adhesive sheets, and then some clear envelopes because I use those quite a bit. Okay, so there we have that. Then here we have a whole bunch of cards that I keep for inspiration for various things. So if I need an idea for a live, or if I have some a card that I get and I really want to recreate it or make it or whatever, I keep those in here, swap cards or cards I've made in the past, whatever. So that's my inspiration drawer. And then you guys check this out. It is another glorious empty drawer. I'm so proud of myself. That doesn't typically happen. Okay. Then this is my ribbon drawer. So all of the ribbon is in here. And then I also have this thing of pins because I hold the ends of my ribbon down with a stick pin so that it doesn't unravel. So I keep everything in that drawer, and then there's, you know, like the twine and whatnot, all organized. Oh, and look at that jumbo bow maker. So nice. Here I have my tools. So here's some more of those little caddy things. So my trimmers, my stamparatus, and Post-it notes, because these are all things I use quite a bit. These are refills for my Take Your Pick tool. And my stamparatus and everything's under there. And then refills for my trimmer blades are in there. And here's my old little trimmer, so it's all conveniently located. Then here is probably my favorite drawer. Oh, such a good drawer. So these are all, and I've shown this before, these are all the card pieces that I have pre-cut and ready to go. So I have these are, this whole section right here from here back is 4 by 5 1/4. So I've got white, I've got vanilla, I've got random, I've got gray granite, I've got basic gray, I've got black, I've got crumb cake, the usual. Okay, then I've got, you know, different sizes, and then these are just kind of small pieces that aren't really a certain size, but I just keep them in there because it's easier. And then this drawer is my white and vanilla scraps. I have a lot of them. And then these are the strips, like leftover. I used to have these on my desk and they were kind of unseemly, so now I put them in a drawer so they look better. So there's that. And then this one are just like random things that don't fit anywhere else. So like, oh, that's where that card went. I was looking for that for some time. Anyway, there's cards, adhesive sheets, different things like that. Okay, so then let's go back under here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm on my like hands and knees here. This right here are just like overflow full packages of DSP that I have, you know, that are like new packages. The open ones are in the drawer I showed earlier. Then under here, ooh, sorry, I just moved my tabletop. We gotta get that like locked down. Okay, so this was the cart that used to be where this stuff is. So this is, like I said, a cart. I think I got it on Amazon. It's just like a little cart. It actually has wheels, but we took them off because we didn't need them. So I've got all my Stampin' Up! Kits under here on the shelf. And then this is, I've shown this before in a video. These are all of my die cut poppy things. I've had that for a while. This is something I got at the Container Store on clearance several years ago. It is a drawer that I keep things in. So like these are just die cut pieces. A lot of these are either random pieces I die cut and didn't use on a card, or they're leftovers from my class prep. So there's just a whole bunch of them, and they're kind of organized by size-ish. These are Memory and More cards and envelopes of the various types. These are my blending brushes. They're in the tray, so I can just pull the tray out. There's a couple new ones in there. Ooh, virgin blending brushes. So nice. And then this is random extra tools. Okay, so there we go. Okay, guys, now I got to get up. Oh, okay. So there is my desk. This is where the magic happens. Oh, then there's this thing. I kind of left this out. I kind of panned over it. So the last time I was live, I was complaining about my desk being really messy. And somebody made a comment about... somebody made a comment about how I should have a little box for each of my projects in my live. And I thought, you know, I've had little things, but I'd never found the right size type thing. Well, I was at the Container Store. By the way, I made 2 trips to Chicago in the last month. Actually, one I think was one in July and then one was in August. I can't remember. But anyway, Carl and I went to Chicago twice so that we could get all this stuff. And these are little stackable trays. So they stack on top of one another so they kind of lock in. And then they can either have a lid or not. And then there we go. I know. Well, my Container Store is 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away. So it's not particularly close, but they do free shipping with like $75 in orders. And let's just say I didn't have any trouble with that. But I've got these, and then I also got one deeper one. It's like double, and that one will be great for like if I need to put a punch in there or something. So yeah. Now, when you guys are looking at all this and you're saying you have stamp room envy here, I'm gonna flip this around again. Please know 2 things. One, this is my full-time job, my career. It pays the bills, and I write all this stuff off. So it's not necessarily something I would say is realistic for anybody. No judgment here. If you've got a setup even better than this, yay you. But I really have worked for a long time and wanted to upgrade things a little bit. So my desk is definitely looking better. By the way, my tabletops right here sit on those Alex drawers. And they are IKEA tabletops. They're not great. I mean, they're like $20. They're pretty inexpensive, but they really get the job done. My video area, which you always see, is vinyl or linoleum, vinyl, whatever this is, flooring. It's it's not actually wood. You probably figured that out, but it just sits on top of a section of this table so that I have a nice work surface for making my videos. And actually, I kind of want to redo it because it's kind of gotten gucky over the years, but it's really inexpensive. So anyway, that is how I organize all of my stamping supplies. Everything for like 90% of what I use when I stamp is within arm's reach of me in this sort of U shape. Oh, and actually okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of my dirty laundry because this section over here I'm about to show you is the one part of this I haven't done yet. It's going to get figured out a little bit better because I haven't shown you my embellishments. I have shown them before, but anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going to flip this around. Okay, so this right here is this shelf thing with all these fun things on it. Okay, and it's still, this is like the last thing I need to organize. But so these are, again, Stampin' Storage holders. I bought these a long time ago, and actually I have a little bit of buyer's remorse. And here's why. They're really nice, but I have a lot of paper, and this doesn't even touch how much I normally carry. So for me, it wasn't very useful. For a regular crafter, I think these slotted thingies would be great. But again, I have just like so much more. This is just like my overflow that I keep handy right here if I need a piece of cardstock while I'm working. Okay, so then I have this Stampin' Storage drawer thingy, and it's pretty well organized. but I've got all my embellishments are in here. Okay. So here's some like old washi tape, and some of the stuff is a little bit retired, like these are retired, but you know. Here are my newer embellishments. So these are kind of the newer ones. And then these are the older ones. And that's just kind of how I organize them. It works for me. So there you go. Okay. And then these are the mini catalog embellishments up here. Okay, then this is some of my watercoloring supplies. And like I said, all of this stuff is going to be kind of gone through and redone. These are my card layouts for my Stamp Happy Academy live classes, and then just some other odds and ends. Like there's my cute little mini. So anyway, there we go. Fun stuff on here. But there it all is. Oh, and then this thing has white, shimmery white, vanilla, and vellum in it. Okay, so that's everything. Okay. Now that we've done all that, I've got a whole bunch of stuff to do. I have a card challenge drawing to do with you. So actually I gotta I'll grab that in a second. I've got a whole bunch of cards, Happy Mail, that have come in the mail. And then I have some, ooh, let me scooch this over. I have some Memory Lane cards to share with you. So that will be kind of fun. I think you guys will get a kick out of that. So anyway, it should be fun. If you liked my tour, will you give me the thumbs up though, by the way, whether you're watching the replay or watching us live right now. It really, really, really helps with the YouTube if you like my video. So I really appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to flip my camera around and then we're going to work. Now my, bear with me. See, look at my, my setup got kind of altered a little bit, and I'm still working out the kind of direction of things. I think that's okay. There we go. But normally it's really messy right outside this space, but it's pretty good today. Well, because I knew I was going to show it to you guys, but I am working super hard to try and keep it organized. And I've been doing pretty good so far. So, all right. First things first, celebration is going on for about another week, just over a week. So don't forget to order. Now, I just have to tell you, I would be so grateful for your business because I'm trying so hard to hit my $2 million in sales. I'm getting really, really close. In fact, I was actually, one of the things I was going to work on tonight was doing a little countdown thing. But we're getting really close. So if it doesn't happen this month, it will for sure happen next month, but I need help. So if you need it to purchase anything, I'd be so grateful for your business. I've got some fun little surprises coming up for people who order from me. I'm just saying. Okay, so there's some new celebration items that have been added to the collection in addition to our regular celebration items. There are a few sold out items. So right now, the Pool Party and Soft Seafoam cards are sold out. And then the Tree Lot dies are sold out. And then the brushed metallic cardstock is sold out. Okay, but everything else is available. Oops. Oh, my pen. There we go. SOLDOUT. Okay, but then these are some fun goodies from the annual and holiday catalog. And actually, we're going to make something with the aspen tree dies today. So this is going on through August 31st. Along with the celebration items in here, free for every $50, or there are some $100 items that are available with your purchase as a free thing from Stampin' Up. Of course, I also have gifts for you as well. I also have Sunshine and Creativity Delivered. Our upcoming box is going to be watercolor techniques, and I asked my subscribers what they wanted to learn, and the biggest thing that I saw was how to keep your projects from looking like mud. So we're going to really focus on that in our upcoming box. So if you subscribe by the end of this month, you will get the watercolor box, and actually I have a cute little graphic for it. So the box will ship around the 15th of September. You do need to subscribe by the 31st. And this is going to be a really awesome box. So I'm very, very excited about what I have planned for this. I've actually been tweaking things already. Let's see what else. There's a few extra papers in here. I have the He's the Man All-Star Tutorial PDF is available for $15 or free with a $50 purchase. And there's some really, really cool projects in this All-Star Tutorial. It is a super fun tutorial, and I have really been enjoying this suite. I've been working with it quite a bit, so pretty cool. That's done. That's done. That's done. Oh, do I not have my papers? Oh, yes, I do. I have 2 classes that are going to come out next week. The Hello Harvest Creativity to Go kit is going to be amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love the projects that I've got planned for this. It's really going to be fun. Gorgeous, gorgeous projects. I love this, and if I can get it done, I should have another tutorial with this bundle on my blog later this week. So fingers crossed I can get that done tonight before I go to bed. We'll see. And then the Season of Chic online class is coming out next week as well. This one, you guys, I think this is a little bit of a sleeper set. It has been so much fun making the projects for this. I love what we came up with for this class. We're going to make some cards with this today during our live. If you have not gotten this class, you need to get it. It is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now you can go to the links for all 3 of these events that I've been talking about in the description of this video. And then last but not least, we are working on an October retreat. The information for that will be coming out over the next few days. So I'm excited to get those details coming out soon as well. Okay. Next up, we had a card challenge, a fun fold card challenge issued like forever ago. This was our sample. And I'm just I gotta grab my friend's mug so we can do the drawing. So I've got all the people who participated in the drawing in here. If I draw somebody's name who is in out of the country, just know that your gift will be a PDF of your choice, so you can still win a prize. But I'm going to draw a winner, and then I've got a couple choices for bundles. I've got the Grassy Grove bundle or the Cottage Flowers bundle as the prize. And we're going to have a new challenge that will be issued at the beginning of next month, like probably when I come back. So watch for that. And the winner is Joyce Harding. Woohoo! Congratulations, Joyce. So, Miss Joyce, you let me know which of these bundles you want. So we'll get that out to you. So congratulations to you, Joyce. Way to go. All right. And thanks to everybody who participated. I know Joyce is local. She lives right here in Iowa. So yay. And by the way, I noticed my thing is a little more jiggly. We got to figure that out, but we'll get there. Okay, now I want to show you my Happy Mail. Many of these are sympathy cards, which are just so amazing. So thank you all so much. The first one, isn't this beautiful? This is the part of the, oh, why can't I think of the name of this? Wonderful World Celebration DSP. And this is from Debbie Pot. Thank you so much, Debbie. I just loved this. Here's another beautiful card. This one is with the Forever Greenery. Is that what it's called? And that one is from Mary, who's on my team. Thank you so much, Mary. This beautiful card. Oh, this just made me happy when I saw these flowers. This was a set we had a few years ago. This is from Connie Hahn. Thank you so much, Connie. Here's a beautiful card. This is with the Seasonal Chic bundle. And this one, oh yeah, this one is from Carol, who's on my team. Thank you. Look, she put the flowers on the inside. So cute. Here's another gorgeous card from that celebration paper again. Isn't that beautiful? From Linda. Thank you so much, Linda. I love that card. And look at the envelope. And it coordinates, like she put it in a clear envelope so she wouldn't have to address the envelope. It's pretty still. So that was really nice. Thank you. Here's another gorgeous card. This one is from Darlene. Thank you so much, Darlene. Another beautiful card with that gorgeous DSP. This is from Barbara, and she's just the sweetest. Barbara is on Barbara is on Barb's team. So she's just the kindest. Here's another beautiful card. This is from another one of my team members, from Melinda. Thank you so much, Melinda. Another gorgeous card with the oceanfront stamp set from Holly. Thank you for thinking of me, Holly. I appreciate it. Another beautiful sympathy card. This one is from Barb, who's on my team. Thank you so much, Barb. And this one is, oops, I pulled a glue dot off. Put it back, it's good. This beautiful card, isn't that beautiful? Oh, gorgeous. This one is from Melissa, who's on my team as well. And you guys, you're just the kindest words in these cards. Thank you so much. Here's another beautiful card. This is with the tree set. Ugh, what's the name of it? Beauty of Friendship. And that one is from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. She's on my team too. Another stunning card. This one is from Alexandra, also on my team. I told my team about what happened a little bit before I told everybody else, so they've been really kind in getting these cards out. Oh, this is with that gorgeous Cottage Rose bundle, and this one is from, oh, Amy. She's on my team too, and by the way, just the kindest note too that she included. That was very sweet. Here's a beautiful Splendid Thoughts card. This one is from Wendy Sue. Wendy Sue is on Kelly's team, so that is just so nice. Here's another gorgeous card. This is from a longtime, oh look, Cash. This is from a longtime customer of mine. Bless her heart, Julie. That was for something I sent her. So thank you. Oh, here's another beautiful card. This, oh, I remember that. I think I still have that set, actually. This is from, oh, Julie, the same Julie. One was a thank you card and one was a sympathy card. Here's a gorgeous, gorgeous sympathy card. This is from Sherry. Thank you so much, Sherry. You are just the kindest person ever. I really appreciate you. Sherry is also on my team. Another beautiful card. This is with a Ringed with Love designer series paper. And this one is from Lynn from Magnolia, Delaware. Thank you, my dear Lynn. She's on my team as well. Another gorgeous card from Anne. She's also from Magnolia, Delaware. And Anne is on my team under Lynn, which is just the best. Another beautiful card. This one uses a couple different stamp sets, and I just love the way they look together. So this is from Cynthia Bovat. So thank you, Cynthia. You're the best. And then this was a really sweet card. This is a card I think I sent
out to Joyce. Oh, Joyce is who won our drawing, and she sent me this, and I had to laugh. I'm getting concerned about how you're feeling. How is your ear? Thank you, Joyce. We're on the up and up. If my ear would unplug, that would really kind of rock my world, though. Not gonna lie. Another beautiful card. This is the Calming Camellia set from Celebration, I think last time, from Gwen, who's on my team. Another beautiful card. Isn't this kind of funky? I'm not sure exactly what the technique is on this, but it's very fun. This is from Jerry, who is a really active participant in our Sending Sunshine and Rainbows group. So I love that. And then Thinking of You, isn't that pretty? That is from Cindy Bangston, who is someone I've known for a long, long time here in Iowa. She's also on my team. Another beautiful card. This one is from Brenda, who's on my team. I love the Thinking of You. Wishing me a speedy recovery. I'm telling you guys, if you, I mean, I haven't had an ear infection since I was like 12. Oh, I get why babies scream. Like, it was just the worst. Okay, this is another beautiful sympathy card from Brenda, who's on my team. Another gorgeous card. I love this one. This is from Karen. Karen, this is Kelly Atchison's mom. Bless her heart. I'm guessing Kelly made this card, so thank you, Kelly, for supplying your mom with beautiful cards to send out. But thank you, Karen. You are the best. I love Karen. Okay. This is a cute card that this one I've had for a while now. This is from Jamie, who's on Barb's team. I love it. She gave me some Nescafe. So it was thanking us for our kickoff event. I think this was with her swap cards. This is from Debbie, I think I saw you on here, Debbie. She also participated in our kickoff swap. By the way, if you are in the kickoff, I have the drawings for or the voting in for our swap that I will announce in the kickoff group later on this evening. Here's just a super simple but just gorgeous card. Isn't this wonderful? This is from Susan Harrington. So thank you so much, Susan. She sent that with her swaps. Another beautiful card. This is with the garden something or other. I can't remember. And this was from Alora, who was in our swap. Another super cute Scotty card. Isn't that adorable? From Carrie Champagne. Thank you, Miss Carrie. A cute little fun fold. Isn't that cute? From Melanie. She participated in our swap too. I think she's on Kelly's team, I think. Here's another just gorgeous sympathy card with that beautiful paper once again from Ruth, who's on my team. Thank you so much, Ruth. Here's another one of those beautiful cards. Oh, so simple and pretty from Teresa, who's on my team. And then this card, you guys, is pretty cool. This is from Jill. And I have to laugh. Listen to this. Thank you for being such a great inspiration. Yep, just a beginner in the paper art. Looking forward to watching more videos. Okay. Here's what the beginner sent me. Like, she's just trying her hand at things. Well, not bad, Miss Jill. You've got a future in this paper crafting business. How cool is that? I was pretty excited about that card. I don't even think I've made one of these kind of cards. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. Oh, Joyce, did you see one? Do you want the Cottage Rose bundle, Joyce? Or do you want the Grassy Grove bundle? And if you have both of those, I do have a couple other options. So let me know which one. And you can email me too, by the way. So you won the big drawing for the fun fold. Okay. So that is my show and tell. That was a lot of showing and telling. Oh wait, I have one more show and tell. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Because like, oh my goodness. This is a true blast from the past. So I would say this right here is probably the first card I've ever made, or else this one of these two, I'm not sure. Do any of you know this? Nice and Easy Notes.
This was in my starter kit. Yep. Look at the scissors. Oh yeah. I was all about those scissors. Of course, the decal edge was my favorite. This one was a little fancier. Around the oval and everything. Like, wow, Dina. So pretty. And this was the back side. I didn't like how that looked, so then we just did the dirt stamp around. Oh my gosh. Then this one, note the chalk coloring. Okay, and then you guys are really going to love this because you know how we had to save paper back in the beginning. Cut the middle out of my layer so that I could use this on something else. So awesome, right? Like, do any of you guys remember the set? So I became a demonstrator almost 24 years ago. That was in my starter kit. Oh, such a good one. Then here, this is when I got a little more, a little more talented in my stamping. I had a brayer and I had some rainbow pads and I was not afraid to use them. So here I brayered and wove the ends to create this card. Isn't that fabulous? Such a goodie. Okay, now these next two cards are older cards. I mean, I've had them for a long time, but a little more advanced. So here's one. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That is with chalk marbling, which I think we should do sometime. This was a celebration set. This here is another really old card, but I just liked it. Remember this organdy ribbon? We had it in a whole bunch of colors. This is confetti white cardstock. Do you remember that? Oh, such good times. I don't remember these colors. Oh no, more mustard, really rust. Okay, this is a really funny card. My friend Krista and I made this one night. We were casing a card we saw online, and it looked so magnificent online, and then in real life, it was awful. This is Summer Star Fruit, by the way, in case any of you needed that. I loved this stamp set, by the way. I still have it. And then this is the first swap card I ever made for my very first convention. The Best Witches stamp set was one of my favorites. I don't have this anymore. I kind of wish I did, but I love this card. Note the chalk work once again. Oh, chalk was the thing. So there you go. That was a little trip down memory lane. I found all of this good stuff along with a few other gems while cleaning out all these drawers here in my office. So y'all are welcome for that. All right. Okay. I think it's time to stamp. This first card I have for you kind of was a last minute, like, oh my gosh, I want to make something, but I'm not sure. So we're going to see how this comes together. All I have is paper and the stamp set. But I love the Cottage wreaths. I am such a fan of the wreath sets we've had over the years, and we've had several, but this one is really fun. And I'm going to do, you could do this a couple different ways, but it's a great set. So I'm going to pull out the wreath. And then I'm just going to open my block drawer to grab the block for this, because I can do that. I love that. And we're going to make this to be a Halloween card. So I'm going to pull out a little spider and a little boo. Okay. And like I said, this is going to be a really simple card. I'm also feeling like this is just itching for some gingham ribbon. So I've got my cardstock layers here. I've got some Smoky Slate. So I'm going to stamp my wreath in some Smoky Slate cardstock. And because I'm not familiar with where the lumps and bumps on, oh, there is a big lump right there. I'm not familiar with my lumps and bumps on my table. So I've got a piercing mat, and then I just took, some half sheets of cardstock, or not cardstock, of typing paper that I have, to recycle, reuse, whatever.
So I'm going to ink this up with some Smoky Slate cards ink on Smoky Slate cardstock. And doesn't that look gorgeous? Okay, and that's going to dry a little bit lighter. And I love that you can see the brighter or darker and lighter shades. It's kind of built into that. And then we're going to take and stamp that little spider. Now, I want that spider to really pop. So I'm going to use some Stays On ink. This is really opaque black, whereas Memento can sometimes be not as opaque. It's more translucent. And I want to make sure my spider shows up, you know, because it's much scarier if it's a solid spider than if it's not. You're welcome for that. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of just put him on here like that. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little bow here because it might be spiders, and I know people don't like spiders. I don't really like them. Actually, today Ella texted us that there was a bug in her shower when she got in there this morning, and she said it was the size of my finger, Mom. And I said, well, you have tiny hands. It can't be that big. She's like, Mom. It was pretty funny. I said, you like horror movies. Didn't you look in the shower first? Because she said she didn't have any clothes on. I'm like, well, hello. Okay, so I'm going to take my just a black Stampin' Write marker, and I'm going to draw a line down from my little wreath here. And to do that, I'm going to pull out a tool that I like using. I think I got it for like $1.50. It's just a plastic T-square, but I'm just going to line it up with the edge so that I can draw a truly straight line down. Oh, and I missed the end, of course. There we go. Well, that's pretty good. We're going to put the bow down, so. Okay. So we'll put the bow to kind of cover that a little bit on here, but isn't this super cute? And then I'm going to grab my glue dots so I can stick that down on there like so. And I just think this looks really fun. I'm also going to take and add my sentiment, which is just boo. And I just think this is a fun, easy card. Now, what's great about this card is you could make this card in any number of color combinations and just change up the stamps. So you could stamp it, you know, in Crumb Cake and add some leaves in different colors. You could stamp it in Soft Succulent and add some pine cones and Evening Evergreen and, you know, the various other pieces. You could stamp this and die cut all the thingies, like stamp this in black or stamp this in Early Espresso and then add the leaves and colors. So you can do, you know, tons of different cards with this stamp set and this same basic layout, you know. So this is a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch panel of Smoky Slate cardstock. We'll adhere it to a 4 by 5 1/4 basic gray cardstock, and then we're going to put it on a black card base. And then I'll just grab my white layer for the inside of this. Give me 1 sec. We'll do the stamping quick. And we'll just stamp some more of these spiders. Okay, and then I'll just do a line up right there and another line right there. Look at how cute that is. Okay. I should say hello right there. I won't. All right, so this is just a super simple card. But like I said, you can repeat this design and just change the colors and or the cardstock and ink colors and imagery to get, you know, a variety of different things. All right, so there we go. So fun. And then I feel like, do we have any Halloween sentiments? I feel like we should someplace. I don't know. It'd be nice to have a Halloween sentiment on in here. I'm sure there probably is with one of our Halloween sets. I'm just like looking up on my shelf and I don't see anything. Okay, but there we go. Isn't that fun? Oh, I love it. It's just so easy. And I love that stupid spider. I mean, I don't like spiders, but I like the stamped ones. Okay, so that was our first card. The Cottage Wreaths bundle, though, is a really versatile bundle. I do love it, and I've made some fun things with this already. All right, next up, I have sort of a set of cards, really. Ooh, and we're working on cleaning. So let me throw my pin back on my ribbon, put it back in the ribbon drawer. Okay. Oh, and then we can put all the things back in here so my desk isn't messy anymore. And then we'll clean this up when we're done. Okay. I'm digging it. All right. Next up is kind of a set of cards. And it's based off of a card that one of my team members sent me. And I really liked it. It features the Season of Chic stamp set or bundle. And this is another card that you can make a whole bunch of different versions of. So this is the one that Delora from my team sent me, and I just thought it was so fun. Well, I wanted to recreate it, and so here we go. I'm going to take the seashells, just like she did, but I'm going to change up the color scheme just a little bit. Sorry, let me pull out my stuff. I got to pull it all out of my organized thing. Okay, so I've got a layer, and you guys can help me decide which layer I should make the card base be, but let's make the card first. Okay, so I've got a piece of white, and this side doesn't have an ink smudge on it, so even better. And then I'm going to use a color combo that is Calypso Coral, Blushing Bride, Petal Pink, and Pale Papaya. And we're going to start with the little swoosh image. And I'm just going to stamp that right up here. Okay. Oh, I love it. And then I got to get my stamp cleaner. Ooh, right here. Right here next to me. And then I'm going to stamp this in Blushing Bride. Now, we all know Blushing Bride is really ugly as an ink color. So if you stamp off that layer, the nice layer is what's left, and that looks pretty good. Can you tell I'm not a big fan of this color? Clean my stamp off. Next, we'll use Petal Pink. And finally, we will use some Pale Papaya. That's an in color. Like so. And this is just like kind of a happy little rainbow of swooshes that creates that background. Do you guys remember we used to have a set with a swoosh kind of similar to this a long time ago? I think it was like something about art in the name of the set. I can't remember anymore. Okay, so I really love this card. And I think that, like I said, you can do it a variety of different ways. So I wanted to do the seashells just like Delora did. So I'm going to grab a scrap of white out of my scrap drawer, which is just right here and handy. Okay. And my scraps used to be kind of behind me in a weird spot, so I'm really excited that they're all kind of right here with me now. Okay, so I'm going to take the solid seashell and I'm going to stamp off a layer of ink and do that in Calypso Coral. Then I'm going to clean this quick and we'll take our ugly Blushing Bride ink and we'll make it pretty by getting rid of a layer. See, now look at that, it's pretty. Okay, and then I will do the detail right over the top in Calypso Coral. Now, if you want your card to line up that good, you want to know what the secret to successful stamping is. I know some people already know this. Do you know the secret to successful stamping is to stick your butt out? Okay, and here's why. When you stick your butt out, your butt goes out and your face goes right down to where you're stamping so you can see where it is. Okay, I'm going to die cut those. Oh, look, they're die cut. Oh, look, 2 seashells. What could we do with those? Okay, so I've got my 2 seashells and I'm going to put them on my card. I have die cut the Vellum mesh, I guess you'd call this. It's one of the dies from this set. I love it. It's just awesome. I die cut it in Vellum, and let me tell you, if you put it through your machine this way, it does not cut nearly as well as if you put it through this way. So I ran it in and backed it out this way, and then the pieces fell out much easier. Just letting you know letting you in on my little secret. Okay, now I'm going to adhere this by just running a line of adhesive on here, and then my stuff will kind of cover that up. Okay, so it's tacked down, but not like fully. You could also do the silicone mat and your sponge with the liquid glue. That would put this down just fine, and that liquid glue will dry clear if you want, but I'm kind of lazy and didn't want to wait to do that. Okay. Now I'm going to attach this with a little adhesive right here. And then I'm going to pop this one up with a dimensional. And then I got another little, let's see, where'd all my pieces go? I've got another little die cut. This is kind of the detail shell. I die cut this out of my gold foil. And I think I'm going to pop that in right over here just to kind of add a little something something to this. And to do that, I'm going to just put a glue dot at the very tip of this and then tuck it in under here so it kind of just sits like so. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Okay, I'm already loving it. Then what I'm going to do is add a sentiment. And there's lots of different sentiments you could use. I think I'm going to just go with thanks because, you know, that's always a good sentiment to have cards for. So I've got thanks. I inked that up in my Calypso Coral ink. And I'm going to stamp that down. I love the font of this thanks. Like, how fun is that? Oh my gosh. Okay, now I thought some iridescent pearls would look particularly pretty on it, like mother of pearly, kinda. Get it? Get it? Get it? I'm sorry, I couldn't even stand it. It's terrible, isn't it? Okay, so let's just put a few of those on here, like so, to kind of add a little pretty. Okay, now here's the big question. Should we put this on a Calypso Coral card base? We're going to put it on a layer of pale papaya, but should we do Calypso Coral or should we do Crumb Cake? I've got either paper, so let me know in the comments. So there's Crumb Cake and here's Calypso Coral. I didn't know. I kind of think Crumb Cake is a little better. Now, don't forget, I have a class on this month, and it's amazing. Links in the description of the video. I just have to shamelessly mention that. Okay. So I think I'm going to go, oh, y'all are saying coral. Huh. I was thinking Crumb Cake. Interesting. Okay. A lot of coral. Thank you, Cheryl. She said Crumb Cake. All right, I am gonna just gonna leave this sitting here, and then we'll decide. I'll use your coral because democracy most of the time rules here at the Creativity Cave. I think I have gone against the democratic choice of ever so often. Okay, we'll attach this with your coral, and then I'm going to do another card and show you another option. Okay, so that looks really awesome. I do think it needs one or two little touches. Ooh, terracotta tile. That's an oldie. Whoops. Guess I haven't pulled that out because it looks like my Calypso Coral marker. Okay, so we're just going to do a little spritz on that. Oh, yes. Oh. Love it. Okay, now I did put together another one of these, and we're gonna, I just didn't quite put it together. I did snowflakes, and look at how cute the snowflakes look. Same set, you guys. And I don't think there's a world in which coral snowflakes is wrong. So maybe you live in Florida or Tasmania if you're still on here, my dear Miss Kyla McCready. There's just so many instances in which this works. So I really think any of the stamped images, and by the way, I did them in all the colors. So like I did the leaves, you know, with a leaf, and I have the flowers with some gold leaves. Like all of this works in this same layout. Okay, so I wanted to have all of them done. I only got this one done. Okay, but I'm gonna add some pearls to this because I just think it'll look good. Like, how fun is this, you guys? Seriously. And then one more spritz with that Calypso Coral marker, and oh, I like the Crumb Cake because I think it makes everything else pop a little bit more, but it's not bad. I don't know. Do you guys change your votes at all now that you've seen each one? Oh, I just think it's awesome. So there we go. There's this one. Okay, I'm just checking over my comments here. So yeah, I really like these. Okay, so you could do this same exact layout, same exact colors with all the different images in the stamp set. Now we have, like I said, just an amazing class for you guys. I was filming my videos for it and I was like giddy because I loved them so much. So I hope you will join us for an amazing, amazing class with this suite. It really is a lot of fun, and there's so many wonderful cards and so much versatility with this set just because of the way they made it. So I really like it. Okay, so there you have our second and kind of third card. All right, our final card. Hold on, I gotta pick up my stuff. And you know, I really am excited about this too, because usually when I finish a video, like, it is insanity on my desk. But now it won't be insanity. Okay, I've almost got it all back in the container. Of course, they never go back in the way you pulled them out, right? That's like a universal truth, I think. Okay, so again, this was my inspiration, this card that my team member Delora came up with. So if you would like to get registered for this class, you can do so in the description of this video. It is really going to be a great class, like I said. Okay, so next up, we've got, okay, it's all back in its box. Okay, next up, as promised, we're going to do the Perched in a Tree stamp set, and then the Aspen something dies. What are these called? Aspen tree dies. Oh, that's easy. The Aspen tree dies are one of the celebration items that you can actually get for free with a $100 purchase. They are in the mini catalog right now. And I love aspen trees. I've always really liked them. So I thought we would do a little watercoloring for this card. So I'm going to start with a piece of watercolor paper. This is Fluid 100 watercolor paper. And the most important part about this entire entire card is the paper. If you don't have watercolor paper, this will not work. So we're going to create a little background on here. And I just realized I forgot to grab my water. And you know what? I have one empty one and one with dirty water in it. So I'm feeling like I got to run and grab my water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Luckily, my bathroom is right by my office. So, okay, so I'm going to use my water painter, and since it's empty, I just got myself a little thing of water, so we can use it that way. Whenever I watercolor, I really like to have a rag. This is an old diaper. Or burp rag, from when my kids were little. Some kind of rag. I've got a bunch of them, so that when I'm working, I can clean my brush off real easy. It makes a pretty big difference. Now I want to color this whole thing. Like I want to go all the way to the edges of this piece. And we're going to create a sky. And it can be, you know, skies can just really be any kind of colors. So I think just off the top of my head, I kind of want a little bit of a orangey fall sky. So I'm going to pull out some crushed curry, some Cajun craze, some cherry, no, maybe some red, not quite so deep cherry. Red is a little brighter, and maybe even a little blackberry. Okay. Now, to use your ink pads, you can either squeeze the ink to the lid of the pad like that. Sometimes it's a little tricky to do that. So if you struggle with arm strength for that, all you got to do is take a clean, relatively speaking, block and touch the ink pad to the block. Okay, and that is the way you can pick up color. Either one will work. I have taken and wet down my paper with just clear water, and the reason is it's going to help the colors sort of naturally bleed together. We're not going to mix colors, we're going to let the colors mix on the paper. So that's kind of I like doing it that way. I also like to start with my lightest color and then work my way dark, because it's really easy to add more color, but it's a little harder to take it away. You certainly can with watercoloring, though. That's one of the things I love about it. Okay, so I've cleaned my brush off. We've got some crushed curry. Next up, we're going to do Cajun craze. I've got plenty of ink in the lid of my pad here. Now, I also know that my colors aren't going to just be smooth transitions. Sometimes there's streaks in the sky. Sometimes there's, you know, like airplane thingies, cloud formations, you know, different things that happen. So I don't want everything to be exactly even. And by the way, if you are struggling with watercoloring, or you're intimidated by it or nervous about it, I highly encourage one or both things. One is my watercolor stamp camp. It is, if I can just say, an amazing course in watercoloring. It's very, very in-depth, lots and lots. I think there's like 17 videos in it, and lots of information is shared. But then there's also my Sunshine and Creativity Delivered for September. This is my shameless plug for that. We are going to go into all kinds of detail with watercoloring, and the biggest is shading and blending and how to not make mud in your creations. Okay, so now I'm going to be a little adventurous, and I'm going to kind of put in some of my rich raspberry from the bottom and kind of mix it up, because I don't want it to all be the same. You know, I want it to change a little bit. So it's, there's kind of brighter and darker areas. And you know how I said I switched from my real red and I took that instead of cherry cobbler? I'm going back on my word, and I'm going to add some cherry cobbler because the red wasn't as rich as I wanted it. And you know what? I'm totally digging the cherry. Okay. That looks really nice. So you can also add blues to this. You can really do whatever you want. Skies come in a rainbow of colors, I've noticed, and it just kind of depends on the day and the time, you know, with what you get. So isn't that a gorgeous looking sky? I think that looks pretty good. Now, first and foremost, this rag is also helpful for cleaning up all the water you spilled out, the colored water you've spilled out onto your work surface. Okay, and I'm actually going to set this on here, and we shall dry this. Okay. Now, the other thing is, what if I wanted to add a really cool cloud to this? Sorry, I'm going back on what I said. I can actually do that by taking away some of the paint, some of the ink color. So if I wanted to create a little bit of a cloud, I can actually dab away some of this. I can even dip this into some clear water and dab away, and look at that. Now I am putting in a cloud. Okay. I'm going to do this one more time up here. So I just put some clean water down. Then I'm taking a tissue, you can use your towel, and I'm removing that color, and it's kind of like there's clouds on here. Oh, isn't that awesome? So really cool. I see somebody's asking how my mother-in-law died. We're not sure, actually. We're waiting to find out. She she tested positive for COVID, but that's not what actually killed her, because she tested positive and she didn't even make it to the next day. So it wasn't that. She's had some heart issues, and we kind of think that's what it was. So we're waiting to hear back. Okay, And like, she is my mother-in-law, but she was like my mom. We were very close. She, to give you an idea, she's the one who taught me to knit. And many of you know that I'm a fairly avid knitter. Okay. So now I'm just going to color or heat the back of my paper because that kind of helps it flatten out again. Okay. So I really like this sky we've created. I'm really going to try and clean up all the mess I've made now. Okay, so there we go. Let me close up all these ink pads that I have sitting out here. Maybe I'll leave my Rich Razzleberry out because that would probably be a good color for the sentiment to go with my card. But I just want to get these out. I know, is this killing you guys that I have all those pads open? Okay, so here we go. Now I have die cut that aspen tree die, and this is just going to go right over the top to create this gorgeous background. Isn't that beautiful? So what I'm going to do is flip this over, and we're going to put a whole bunch of dimensionals on here. I'm going to use minis on the trees, regulars on the corners. I thought about die cutting this with a foam adhesive sheet, but it's actually a little bigger than the foam adhesive sheets. Plus, I was worried it was going to show too much on the skinny branches like the foam would show. So I'm just opting to do it this way. I think this will work just fine. So we're just going to put a whole bunch of dimensionals down. And we just want to get this popped up on our card, and we won't forget the edges here either, because this is going to be so pretty. I also really like the leaves in this bundle. There's a couple sizes of aspen leaves, and they're just beautiful. Okay, I think I'm feeling like we probably have enough here. Okay. Ooh, somebody's watching from New Zealand. I love how we are very international. It's lovely to have you here. It is 6:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm about 2 hours from Chicago. It's probably tomorrow. Don't tell us what happens for the rest of today. Okay, I mean, it's really the hardest part is picking all the backings off. All right. So now I'm going to set this. Now my crumb cake layer is 4 by 5 1/4. And then my watercolored panel is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So it's just a little smaller so that it would line up like this. So nice. Okay, now my card base is crumb cake as well. Need my bone folder. All right, and then we're going to attach that to our card eventually. First, let's see, I'm going to take and do my sentiment. Now this stamp set has just some really wonderful sentiments in it. I love this. No matter the season, I am here for you. So I'm thinking that's a good sentiment. Oh, look, I haven't even used the set yet. This is actually my first card with it. Okay, so we'll pull this out. And I am kind of a little bit on the anal side when it comes to this. I'm going to trim my rubber. I really don't like catching edges. And I feel a little bit like sometimes it's worth the couple seconds it takes to just trim these a little bit. We used to have to trim all of our stamps, like they weren't even die cut, you know, in the shape, they were just rectangles. And so I used to sit in front of the TV and die cut all my stamps. And they were also wood mounted too. Those were the days. But there we go. Now, whenever I do that, I want the foam to be a little wider than the rubber on top. That way it will stamp really nicely for me. Okay. So I've got this. I'm going to grab, I've just got a scrap of my watercolor paper. And we're going to ink the rich raspberry ink up. And stamp that right at the bottom. Oh, there we go. It's nice and straight because I lined that straight edge up with the edge of the straight edge of the stamp with the straight edge of the paper. Okay, I'm going to grab my trimmer and we'll trim this down. Well, and I can see there's no edges of my sentiment in the track, so that is a good spot. Okay, and then I'm going to do just a little, I'm going to take a not very wet brush and just, oh, that did not have the desired effect I wanted it to. I thought it would be pretty to just blend it a little, but now it kind of looks like a massacre happened here. But luckily, there's two sides to every sheet of cardstock, including watercolor paper. So let's try that once more. And we will forego what we tried there. Of course, by we, I mean me. Sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. What can I say? Oh, this might be just, I think I cut it just a little too wide for my punch. But that's okay because we'll just trim the ends ourselves. Okay, that looks good. And trim this just a teeny bit shorter. Oh, and my hands just kind of bled on this a little. And actually, this is a little more of what I was kind of going for. It was just a little bit of bleeding. Oh, I'm going to mess it up if I touch it anymore, but there we go. I just wanted it a little, I don't know. Now, I'm going to take some ribbon. And I'm going to use this. This is kind of like natural ribbon with some silver in it. And we'll tie this around here. Oh my gosh, the cicadas outside my window are so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but they're really loud. Okay, no matter the season, I'm here for you. Not the bloodbath of this. Actually, this is kind of growing on me. Which way do you guys like it? Do you like that one or that one? I think this one's a little clearer. I wonder if I can just put a little water on here. Actually, I'm going to probably mess it up, but if I do, oh well. I'm going to spritz some water with my Stampin' Spritzer on here. Let's see what that, this is actually the look I was going for. There we go. Now that looks cool. It just kind of added a little extra to this. Okay, and then we're gonna heat it because it's pretty wet right now. Why you gotta mess with stuff?
Oh, internet.
Okay. It made it a little fuzzy, but you can still really see. Stop messing with stuff.
I'm trying to fix it.
You're not fixing it though. It's not like that actually. It just put it in the cup and I'll take care of it. Thank you. Okay.
Are you almost done?
Yes. Okay.
Dinner's done.
All right. So we've got this. Now I'm gonna do a little spritzing with my Clear Wink Castella. Just smacking my Clear Wink Castella against. I wanted a lot of shimmer on here. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to put this on again with mini dimensionals, and I'm going to touch those mini dimensionals like where there's a tree branch, because that's the area that's already popped up. And that will hold everything on for me nicely. And we'll just tack that on like so. And then we'll add this to our card. Still got kind of mess, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? So there we go. He's gone. But it sounds like he made dinner, so that should be interesting. Oh, and let's touch that into our adhesive. There we go. So there we have it. I think if it's not too forward, I'm actually going to do some early espresso spritzing on there too. Just a teeny bit to kind of add a little extra to that, but there we go. Okay, so again, you can get these dies for free with a $100 purchase, which is pretty great. So if you want the stamp set, get that separately, and then you can get the dies for free, of course, through the end of this month. Super awesome. There is a link in the description of this video, of course, to shop my online store. I'm just telling you, so you know. But I love these cards tonight. So let me clean up a little here quick, and I'll show you my cards. If you came in late, the beginning of this video is me giving you a tour of my new stamping area that I've worked really hard on organizing and cleaning. You can see I share quite a few tips on how I've got all my stuff organized so that most all of my supplies are within arm's reach of me right now at this moment. So I'm totally digging that. And we're just putting away our supplies so it's nice and neat when we're done. Okay, so we started things off with a Halloween card. Okay, and then we continued with, this was a card I received from one of my team members. And then we cased that and made this card with the seashells and then this card with the snowflakes using a different color palette. So I love this. And then, of course, our final card was this watercoloring card. And this one is with the aspen trees dies from the mini catalog that you can also get for free right now during celebration till the end of this month. Now, I've got a few classes coming out next week. The Tropical Chic, which is the set these two cards are from, as well as the Hello Harvest. I made a card with that last time I was live right there. So it's both of these are really great classes. I just love them. Love the projects oh so much. And there you have it. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Don't forget to get subscribed to the Sunshine and Creativity Delivered, because our watercolor box is going to be really awesome. And we're going to do a lot of troubleshooting of common watercolor issues that you might have. And I hope that you will just love everything. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. If you could give me a thumbs up, that would just rock my world. And if you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I will be right back here on Monday to tell you all about the shenanigans from our week and in New Orleans. And if you could just say a little prayer that my ear does not explode on the plane tomorrow, that would really rock. All right, guys, thanks for stamping with me today. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.